I took part in the greatest community challenge I've ever seen, and in this video I want to tell you why you should take part in the hashtag Paint Pot Challenge. The Paint Pot Challenge is quite simple. You've got to take a paint pot, preferably a Games Workshop one, and convert it into something awesome. A miniature, a model, a piece of art, an objective. But the wonderful thing about it is there's no real pressure. You can create whatever you want. Check out the Instagram tag to see all of the amazing creations. Over 300 of them as of right now. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get back to the start. Elden Ring has been a gaming phenomenon. Everyone and their dog is playing. Thanks, Misha. If you haven't heard of it, it's From Software's latest masterpiece, coming from the likes of Dark Souls. It is an absolute smorgasbord of inspiration. You have terrain, you have monsters, you have vistas, everything you could possibly want to make, build, or just generally imagine. However, it has something special. Here is Alexander. Alexander is a pot, but not just any pot. He wants to prove himself as a mighty warrior. Not a profession you'll traditionally find for pots, I think we can agree. So, what we're going to do is we're going to follow in the footsteps of this great warrior. But where did hashtag PaintPot come from? Well, it came from the mind of Morose Miniatures. Please check them out on Instagram. They created this masterpiece of the Null Knight. This Null Knight was put together with, well, as the name suggests, a pot of Null oil and some bits ratcheted around. It was so popular that soon people were clamouring to join in, and thus the hashtag PaintPot Challenge was born. Two of my most common are the Druchii Violet and the Agrax Earthshade. What better to try and make a model out of? I had a little ratch around my bits box and I discovered this sprue. This is from the Stormcast Eternal set. I think I got it free when I was buying some miniatures. The guy behind the counter just gave them to me. Cheers! For my first one, I just wanted to make a basic model. First thing I need to do is cut out the bits, give them a clean, and then it was time to assemble. I could have put my model together like this, with the feet in a sensible central position, but hear me out, how much funnier is it with this giant stance? Then all I needed was a weapon, a little bit of defence, and this was going to be my pot. To start us off, I'm going to go with gold. Gold! Always believe it. Wait, copyright strike. No, I'm going to start off with a little bit of bronze, a little bit of gold, and that special little silver to give me that highlight that I also need. This is the way I do all of my golds. Occasionally I throw in here a cheeky little wash to make it even more ancient, but I wanted this boy to dazzle. A little splash of red in the right places, a wee bit of stonework on the base, maybe even add some tufts, and of course that all-important Agrax Earthshade. There's a reason I have so many of these empty pots lying around. I really enjoyed this. This project allows you to really let go. It allows you to not worry about what other people are painting. That doesn't mean that you need to worry about building a model that other people are going to judge you for. This is 100% pure, wholesome fun. One of my favourites is this one here. If this isn't art, I don't know what is. Another model that I'm never going to paint. I enjoyed this so much that it was about time that I wanted to add in an adversary. I needed a villain capable of taking this on. And as I said, Agrax Earthshade and Druchii Violet are my most common colours. If you've seen, I paint a lot with purple. So this time I wanted to stretch myself even more. I horribly dismembered this Poxwalker, only because he was the one sitting on my paint desk at the time. Then I took the liberty of taking it a bit further. I decided I wanted to test out my green stuff skills because they've been kind of rusting. I stuck in these little toothpicks to create a horrible gaping maw for my model. I then whipped out the green stuff roller from, well, Green Stuff World. And I made myself these awesome little tentacles. I'm going to stick these on the side of the model to make this look like some kind of hellish chaos spawn. With that done, it was time to splatter on some paint. As I said, purple's one of my favourite colours, and what else would do apart from giving these appendages some wonderful purple hues? I decided to add a little bit of red, mainly because it was still wet on my paint palette and I could mix it up quite easily with the purple. To blend this together, what else could I possibly use but some more Dritchy? Purple. What can I use else but some more purple wash? You can tell that these two are my favourite colours, mainly because they're the only ones I've ever bought with the large pot size. Now, whether or not all of the paint that's missing from these pots went on models, I couldn't tell you that. Or, I wouldn't tell you that. With that done, it was time to add in the base colours and then get some sexy shots of these. Before I show you the final reveal, I just want to take a little moment to say thank you to all of you for sticking around while I was away. It turns out that being a dad and miniature painting is a lot harder than I thought it was. People told me that you wouldn't have any time, but I didn't really believe them. Special shout out to my patrons and my newest patron, Sergey, who backed at the legendary brush. Don't worry, your name will be getting on that wall as soon as I've got it built. And here we go, the final results. I think this challenge was amazing, and I think everyone should take part. It's simple, it's fun, and it's a really good way to get motivated. Heck, it gave me the motivation to make this video and come back to it after almost a month off. So if you haven't already tried it, check it out. #PaintPotChallenge. And please tag me, #TheBasicBrush, so I can also check out your awesome works. Do you know of any other wholesome community challenge that have been like this? Leave it below in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and remember to always battle the backlog.